Manamon is loading. Please wait. Load complete.
File menu. View your party. Leonita. Go symphonic. Go select. Invent items. Ultra encounter down. Sweet dead yak bake pre earth nate silk pre tread light yak met god can. Select the action you wish to perform. Location, edge of the world. It is a cliff. Emptiness stretches out as far as the eye can see. It seems if you were to fall off, you'd be falling eternally. Game state. Select an option. I didn't like the look of that. Was that an earthquake? I'll need to rush through this room before it happens again. The door. Perhaps there was nothing to worry about after all. On second thought. Skirio found a dragon guard. Skirio stored the dragon guard in the equipment pocket. Obtained 5,000 gold. In Mex. Select save game. In select an option. In select Manopedia. In games. In in select Manopedia. Save. Inventory. View your party. Ghost Leonatari. File menu. File. Numlock on, numlock off. Game state. In Game state. In Game state. Select an option. Party. In save. Game state. Select the Heart of Requiem. The Heart of Requiem was figurative, not literal. I had traveled to the edge of the world to find this small, tormented creature, the Heart of Requiem. What the hell has he done to you? I gasped in an awed whisper. The Manamon was Artis Owl. The giant, white-bodied, brown-faced hedgehog was wired into a machine. I realized something important at that moment. This was no longer a painting brought to life. This room was the nexus that physically separated the world of reality from Omis's living necropolis. This was a real Artis Owl. Artis Owl, a Manamon whose mere existence is to create art. It was the perfect battery for this machine. The Ominous Ruby could not power this machine. It could merely amplify Artis Owl's natural abilities. You poor tortured soul, I gasped. I reached out a hand to comfort the poor creature. It tensed up, and a blast of 300 Bolts surged up my arm. It tensed up, and a blast of 300 volts surged up my arm. I shouted, swore, and jerked my hand back. Artis Owl hadn't shocked me. It was the machine. Is the kind of electricity constantly surging through Artis Owl's body? Tears came to my eyes, but not from the pain, tears for the moral impossibility of the situation. A father who loved his daughter too much. Who could torture another being, take its life away utterly, to preserve a fake memory of a girl who was killed in the prime of her life, at the highest point in any tamer's life. I'm going to rescue you, I whispered to the Artis Owl. I don't know how much you can understand me, if you can at all, but I will rescue you. This is one of two machines the Artis Owl is bound to. I must have something with me I could use to destroy these machines. Invent other items. Hest cocktail 8 old crow crop item thermos. Select. Well, there is a lot of water in here. It seems like a bit of a risk to the Artis Owl though. Well, needs must. Select an option in Met Select in other items. Thermos. It seems like a bit of a risk to the Artis Owl though. Well, needs must. You're free, I whispered. The world started to shake and fade in and out. There was no sound, no motion, purely a visual occurrence. Oma's voice rang out through the room. You have destroyed its cereal. You've killed my daughter a second time. Locate 445. Oma, I was really proud of you out there. Andromeda, I'm so glad you came to watch me, Daddy. Oma, it is every father's wish that their daughter becomes the master when she leaves on her journey. But we all know it probably isn't going to happen. I am so unbelievably proud of you, Andy. Oma hugs Andromeda. Oma, they're waiting for you, you know. This isn't just your day, it is all of Kyre's day. You're going to have to give some interviews now. Andromeda, but I'm tired. Oma, you'll have all the time in the world to rest, but... Oma, mind if Daddy runs off and grabs a hot dog? Andromeda, I was about to go surfing. Oma, what? The Manamon master has to wait to surf until her daddy gets back from the food stand? Andromeda playfully punches Oma. Andromeda, Dad. I want you to watch. Oma, I'll hurry back, Cupcake. Andromeda, don't call me that. Oma, look. Andromeda, ice cream. Oma, it looked really good. I thought you'd like to have one. The ice cream is dripping onto Oma's arm. Oma makes a disgusted sound. Andromeda, thank you. I prefer my ice cream mostly melted. Oma, I'm sorry, Andy. You are having a good time though, aren't you? Andromeda, yeah, I really missed you while I was traveling. She slurps on her ice cream. Oma, I got you some napkins for the ice cream. Andromeda, thanks, I'm all sticky. She wipes off her hands. Would you throw these away for me? The waves are calling my name. Oma, of course. She runs off down the beach to grab a surfboard. Oma, you left your mom in it. Andromeda, look after them, Dad. Man, you must be really proud of your daughter. Oma, more proud than you can imagine. Man, I remember when my son became Manamon master. It's hard for them when they're that young. We Kyrians really ask a lot of our children, don't we? Oma, it is a beautiful culture. It builds character, even if you don't manage to make it all the way. Man, there she goes. Look at her, about as good of a surfer as a tamer it looks like to me. Oma smiles lovingly. Thunder crashes, followed by a downpour out of nowhere. Women, everybody, get out of the water, it isn't safe. More thunder. Oma, the weather in Kyre is very unpredictable. Man, look. Oma, Andy. Andromeda, Daddy. Man, her surfboard's being washed away. Andromeda, help, Oma, Andy. Oma splashes into the water. Oma, I can see her. Where the hell is my daughter? Andy. Woman, she went under over there. Oma, where are the lifeguards? Oma, Andromeda, my sweet angel. Andy, can you hear me? Silence. You're still alive out there, I know you are. Silence. This shell they pulled from the water, it isn't you. It can't be you. You were so happy, you had your whole life. Oma's voice breaks. I thought I would go insane when everything happened with your mother. I thought I hated everything and everyone, but I had you, and she didn't even get to see you anymore. I love you, Andy, you can't be gone. I won't accept it, I will never accept it, and to hell with all the bastards that tell me to move on. I won't move on, ever, not until you are in my arms again. I promise, when I get you back, you'll have kingdoms, castles, servants, anything and everything you want. Andromeda, Daddy? Oma, yes honey? Andromeda, I'm scared. I feel like this won't end well. Oma, nonsense. Every kid goes on a Manamon journey, and almost nobody has ever died doing it. Andromeda, I just can't shake this feeling. Oma hugs Andromeda and gives her a peck on the forehead. Your Manamon will protect you. Trust me, this will be the best time of your life. It really helped me grow up when I was your age. Andromeda, Dad? Oma, yes hun? Andromeda, if something were to happen to me. Oma, nothing's going to happen to you. Andromeda, but still, if it does, will you promise me something? Oma, anything sweetheart. Andromeda, do you love me? Do you really mean it when you say I'm beautiful? Oma, of course. Andromeda, then if I die, please, make the world as beautiful as you think I am. There's been a lot of war in this country, a lot of pain and a lot of suffering over nothing. You're an artist. Make the world as beautiful as your Salvoa sunset painting. Oma, I will sweetie, but you'll be fine. You're going to have the time of your life. The world is beginning to fall apart. A hole has opened in this room that conveniently returns you to Requiem, and you can travel to and from Requiem with this hole if you need to go back for supplies. Requiem. Edge of the world. Requiem. Where would you like? Please stop by. Select Master Mighty. How? 5, 8, 20, 30, 30,000, 30. Most kind is there. In the other items. Status. Mighty Herb 40. Master Herb 6. Medical Miracle 16. Select. Please stop by. Select 414,000. Total Medical Miracle. How many? 165. 1, 6, 11, 8, 44. Most kind. So 304,000 strong mighty mass total medical miracle revive encounter super ink ultra chain shield 5,000 gold. In status medical miracle 60 total cure 15 antidote 4 total cure master herb 6. Select. Please select mighty master herb 1,304,000 107. Cat 8 not 10 11 12 13 14 15 8 not 21 30 23 24. Pocket where would Kikaniru Requiem. Requiem. View your party. Ghost Leonatar has 176. Select an option. View your in status. Master Herb 30. Mighty Herb 40. Medical Miracle 60. Select an option. View your party. Leah Symphonid. Bamboustica. Arctana. Symphonid. Select Ghost Leonatar. View your party. Leonatar. Ghost Bamboustica. Arctana. Select swap. Ghost Leonatar. Symphonid. Leonatar. View your party. Leon Arctana. Ghost Leonit. Bamboustica. Leon. Select. Ghost Leonatar. View your party. Can't. Leonit. Arctana. Ghost Leonatar. Select. Ghost. Leonatar. Ghost Leonatar. Bamboustica. Ghost Leon. Arctana. Leonit. Symphonid. Select an option. Edge of the world. Select an option. Select an inventory status. Medical items. Ultra encounter down 17. Select items. Ultra select save game. Game saved. I can't believe Andy would do that to me. Oma appeared, ranting under his breath. And you, he shouted. You killed her again. She was already dead, I yelled. The entirety of this world is collapsing now you've unhooked it from Artis Owl, Oma said, moving dangerously close to me. Good, I said defiantly. I can still fix this, he said, speaking quickly under his breath. I've just got to kill Skiriel finally, and then I could rig up a temporary connector to get Artis Owl's energy flowing back into the supercomputer again. She's not done permanent damage yet, I could fix everything in a couple of hours top. But you said Andromeda is dead, I said. No, she's alive, Oma said, still speaking more quickly than was natural. You've killed her if I can't clean up your mess. She's got until the entirety of this world collapses. She was created first. But I don't have much time. Half-Aurelian, come to me, Oma shouted, his voice reverberating unnaturally, as if he were at the top of a mountain. What makes you think Half-Aurelian will obey you? I asked. It saved me before, its allegiance is hardly to you. We are in my world now, Skiriel, Oma sneered. Half-Aurelian will bend to the will of its creator in its home world where I am all-powerful. Do you remember me, Half-Aurelian? I whispered timidly. Half-Aurelian seemed even more imposing and powerful with a glare upon its face. It looked at me with disgust. It's over for you, Skiriel, Oma purred softly. You came so close to stopping me. But now, you die. Half-Aurelian's once kindly, innocent eyes are now filled with hatred and murder as it prepares to attack. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian is level 50. Go, Symphonid, Leonatar and Arctana. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian used Plant Apocalypse. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 14 damage. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 58. Faux Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 22. Choose Frigid Touch, Ice, Freeze Ray. Arctana has dealt 45. Choose Earthquake, Earth, Physical. Leonatar has 106. Choose a move. Leonatar has dealt 56. Choose a move. Symphonic has dealt 66. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian used Omega Sandstorm. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 37. A sandstorm is brewing. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 36. Select an action for Arctana. Arctana has choose. Arctana has dealt 44. Select an action for Leonatar. Infant items. Status. Medical. Mighty Earth. Leonatar. Select an choose. Symphonic has dealt 68. This damage. 11 damage. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian used Water Apocalypse. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 29. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 62. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 13. Arctana has 136. Choose a move. Freeze Ray. Ice. Special. Effect points. Select Leonatar has 112 out of 174 health. Infant status. Master Earth. Cat Strong Earth. Symphonic has 108 out of 10. Status. Mighty Earth. Select the cat. The set. Damage. 11 damage. 4. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 15 damage. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 58. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian has dealt 24. Arctana has 101 out of 182. Choose a move. Freeze Ray. Select an action for Leonatar. Leonatar has 116 out. Choose a move. Select an action for Symphonid. Attack. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian. Half-Aurelian is part cow and part E. Full Hyper Half-Aurelian is level 50. Select an action. Symphonid has 173 out. Choose a move. Plague. Insect. Status. Mighty Herb. Third. Symphonid. Lee. Arctana. The damage. 11 damage. Full Hyper. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 37. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 28. Select an action. Omega Sandstorm. So Arctana has 143. Choose a move. Arctana has dealt 50 damage. Select Leonatar has 79 out of in status. Mighty Herb. Master. Might. Symphonic has dealt 63. Full Hyper Hathorian's defense and the Sandstorm continues damage. Full Hyper Hathorian used Chaos Chamber. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 8. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt. Symphonic has been poisoned. Full Hyper Leonatar has been poisoned. Select an act. Arctana has 114 out of 100. Choose a move. Freeze Ray. Ice. Special. Select an action for Leonatar has 151 in the state equipment status. Mighty. Select Leonatar is in status. Master Earth. Mighty. Toad Ant. Full Ant. Symphonic is poisoned in the set damage. The full hyper. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 58. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 15. Full Arctana has 79 out of 100. Choose a move. Select an action for Leonatar. Leonatar has 93 out of 174 hit. In the status, Antidote. Full Revive, 9. Mighty Master Herb. Medical Miracle, 6. Can't Strong Herb. Leonatar swallowed the Strong Herb, healing 70. Select an Symphonic has 100 out of 200 in state. Might. Full. Full Hub. Symphonic has been paralyzed. Leonatar has been scorched. Select an Arctana has 60 in status. Leonatar has 141 out of it. Leonatar is scorched in status. Master Medic Total Antidote Full Uke Max Revive Max Harass Skill Healing Cure Up Boot Revive Skill Max Scorpion Symphonic is paralyzed. Choose a move. Flex in state. Tank Strong Herb Score Max Up Skill Revive Up Boot Cure Healing Skill Harass Max Revive Max Harass Full. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 60 damage. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 14. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 24. Arctana has 158. Choose. Full Hyper Hathorian strength and magic attack. Leonatar has 81 out of. In status, Mighty Herb. Select Symphonic has 165. Choose. Symphonic has dealt 45. Full Hyper. Full Symphonic has been frozen. Leonatar has been paralyzed. Arctana has been paralyzed. Select an Arctana has 134 out in status. Mighty Herb Mass Medic Toe Antic Full U Mac Reeve Max Harass Skill Leonatar has 142. Leonatar is paralyzed. In status. Harass Leon in status. Maxi Skill Drink. Mac Reeve Max U Full Reeve Antic Total Medical Total Full. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 84. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 42. Full Hyper Hathorian has dealt 17. Arctana has 117 out of. Choose a move. Select an act. Choose Freeze Ray. Full Hyper Hathorian's defense and magic. Full Hyper Hathorian has 23. Select an act. Leonatar has 58 out of in the status. Mighty Herb. Select an act. Symphonic has 93 out of in status. Full. Full Hyper Leonatar has been frozen. Symphonic has been poisoned. Select choose a move. Freeze Ray. Ice. So Arctana has 92 out of 182 hit. Choose a move. Freeze Ray. Arctana has dealt 26. Inventory status. Select an action. Leonatar has 144. Leonatar is frozen. In status. Mighty Herb. Mask Medic Total Antidote. Symphonic is poisoned. In state Antidote. Select Arctana has 58 out of 1. Full Hyper Hathorian has 16. Choose a free. Full Hyper Hathorian has 9. Choose a move. Earthquake. Select an action. Full hyper. Hathawillian has 1%. Symphonic has dealt 1 damage. Wait, Oma, stop this right now. Understand me, Oma, because you obviously can't, Andromeda said, running into the slowly decaying room. What did you call me? Oma asked. Oma, she said deliberately. You are not my father, you can't be. I am, he said, his face contorted with agony. Then stop, she said. I can't, he shouted. Sure, you hate me now, but I can make you love me again. If you die, then you'll die hating me and I will never be able to live with myself. His voice descended to a venomous whisper. Sweetheart, I just need to finish that meddling fool off. Then the ridiculous notions she's put in your head will all go away. You won't listen, she said, dissolving into tears herself. No, sweetie, you won't listen, he said gently, a kind father softly admonishing bad behavior. Hathawillian has 1 more shot to destroy this insect that has infected your mind. The last resort protocol. I will finish this. I won't give up. I won't lose you again, Andy. I won't lose you again. Andromeda turned to me, her eyes red and puffy from crying. Oma gave me an item when he first let me go outside of Requiem. He said if I ever got into trouble, to use it. No, Andy, no, Oma said, a look of horror on his face. It will heal all your Manamon to full health at a point in the next battle. You'll know when to use it. Use it wisely. Skiriel received Andromeda's life crystal. Skiriel stored the Andromeda's life crystal in the status pocket. I'll heal up all your Manamon now, too. Your betrayal hurts, Andromeda, Oma said sadly. But you'll understand, soon enough. I'll show you why it has to be this way.
The game is up. This is where you die.
Hathawillian has morphed 1 final time into a beast Oma calls the last resort protocol. Go, Symphonid, Leonatar and Arctana. Full Last Resort Protocol creates a shield made of some sort of reflective surface. Full Last Resort Protocol used contained Quake. Full Last Resort Protocol has dealt 24. Full Last Resort Protocol strength is select, choose a move. Freeze Ray. Frigid Touch. Blood. Protect. Holy. Ice Tempest. Ice. Freeze. Frigid. Blood. Select the target. Full Last Resort Protocol. Select an action for choose a special attack. 85 effect point. 90 effect point. Blood. Water. Arcana has dealt 0. Select an action for Leonatar. Attack. Choose a move. Charm. Shadow. Earth. Bite. Standard. Slash. Standard. Leonatar has dealt 0. Choose a move. Plague. Call to arm. Attack. Concerto. Sound. Pest. Symphonic. Symphonic has dealt 0. Full Last Resort Protocol used Final Thunder. Full Last Resort Protocol has dealt 54. Full Last Resort Protocol's magic attack. Select an action for Arctana. Attack. Full Last Resort Protocol. Bone Mirror Shield has 55. Choose a move. Blood. Arcana has dealt 0. Select an action for Leonatar. Attack. Choose a move. Bone Mirror Shield has 40%. Full Last Resort Protocol. Select an action. Choose a move. Slash. Standard. Select the target. Full Last Resort Protocol. Choose a move. Pest Pins. Select in status. Andromeda Strong Herb 2. Select. Full Last. Full Last Resort Protocol has dealt 60 damage. Full Last Resort Protocol's magic attack is decreased by 2 stages. Full Last Resort Protocol's negative stat changes have been restored due to its rearm ability. Arctana has 122 out of 182 health. Choose a move. Blood. Water. Select. Bone Mirror Shield has 25. Arctana has dealt 0. Select an action for Leonatar. Attack. Choose a move. Slash. Bone Mirror Shield has 6. Select an action for Symphonic. Attack. Inventory. Status. Stronger. Mightier. Select Leona. Arctana. Full Last Resort Protocol used Final Thunder. Full Last Resort Protocol has dealt 86. Full Last Resort Protocol's magic attack is choose a move. Blood. Water. Special. Arcana has dealt 45. Select an action for Leona. Choose a move. Bite. Slap. Quake. Charm. Shack. Earthquake. Bite. Slap. Leonatar has dealt 39. Select an action. Choose a move. Symphonic has dealt 60 damage. Full last resort protocol's magic attack was decreased by 2 stages. Choose freeze ray. Status Master Earth. So Leon Arcana has 32. Choose a move. Symphonic has dealt 68. Full last resort protocol used contained quake. Full last resort protocol has dealt 59. Full last resort protocol's strength was decreased by 2 stages. Full last resort. Choose frigid touch. Freeze ray. Ice. Special. Effect points 90. UP remaining 14. Frigid touch. Ice. Physical. 95 effect points. Ice tempest. Ice. Protect. Hold. Flood. Select. Arcana has dealt 100. Choose charm. Earthquakes. Leonatar has dealt 91. Full bomb box has 65. Choose a move. Plague. Int. Select. Full last.
This is where you die.
Electric. Full last resort protocol's magic attack was decreased by 3 stages. Arcana has 39 out of 182 health. Choose a move. Flood. Water. Select. Full bomb box. Full bomb box has 43 per. Choose a move. Earthquake. Select. Full bomb box and full last resort protocol. Full bomb box has 27%. Full last resort protocol. Select an action for symphonic attack. Choose a hit. Play. Full bomb box has 7%. Full last resort protocol has dealt 60. Arcana. Select the man. Arcana. Leonatar. Go. Choose a move. Earthquake. Earth. Slash. Select it. Full last resort protocol has 30. Choose call. Attack concerto. Plague. Symphonic has dealt 60. Full last. Full.
This is where you die.
Water down. Full last resort protocol has dealt 100. Full last resort protocol's magic attack was decreased by 3 stages. Full. Leonatar has 174 out. Choose a move. Slash. Standard. Select an. Full last resort protocol has 26. Choose a. Select an action for Leonatar. Leonatar 2 has 70 out of. Full last resort protocol has 19. Choose a move. Quake. Earthquake. Leonatar 2 has dealt 59. Full last resort protocol has 8%. In status. Select an action for symphonic. Choose a move. Plague. Select an action. Choose a move. Plague. Select an action. Full last resort protocol has 8%. Select an. Choose a move. Plague. Symphonic has dealt 64 damage to full last resort. Symphonic gained 37,017 experience. Symphonic has increased to level 63. Health has increased by 3. Symphonic now has 35 training points after gaining 6. Leonatar gained 37,000. Leonatar has increased to level 63. Health has increased by 2. Leonatar now has 10 training points after gaining 8. Leonatar has increased to level 64. Health has increased by 3. Arcana gained 30. Arcana now has 159 training points after gaining 9 training. Leonatar 2 gained 37,000. Leonatar 2 has increased to level 63. Health has increased by 2. Leonatar 2 now has 10 training points after gaining 8. Ghost Leonatar gained 37,017 experience points. Ghost Leonatar has increased to level 63. Health has increased by 2. Ghost Leonatar has increased to level 64. Health has increased by 3. Ghost Leonatar has increased to level 65. Health has increased by 3. Ghost Leonatar is now capable of using the spell Chomp. Select the move to be Spear Earthquake. Spear / Element S Quake. Chomp. Earthquake. Ghost Leonatar chose Bamboustica gained 39. Bam. Bam. Obtained 52,689 gold. Oma shook uncontrollably. Do you know what you've done? He squeaked in the general direction of Andromeda. I still had a chance at saving you. Now, none. None whatsoever. You are going to die. She killed you. You are going to die again, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. Andromeda, completely ignoring her father, turned to me with a look of horror in her eyes. Skiriel, she shouted above the noise. You're going to die too if you don't get out of here right now. You got to go, Skiriel. Go now. Run. Location, Requiem implosion. You're free, Skiriel. Go, quick. Andromeda shouts. No! Andromeda, you are going to die in less than 10 minutes by my best estimate, and if you die again, I have nothing to live for. Oma screeched. So we both die here, together. We will both be dead in less than 10 minutes. There is no way I'm going to let her live. Apolillion couldn't kill you, but I have a feeling I can, Skiriel. Then you will kill me too, Andromeda said fiercely. You are acting like a fool, Andromeda, he shouted. You are not the Andromeda I knew. Isn't that the point? Andromeda shot back. She's dead. She has been for years. You didn't bring her back. I am not her. You'll die anyway, he said, rationalizing his next move to himself. So, well, I guess if that's what it takes to enact my revenge, then that's just going to be how it is. Are you ready, Skiriel? Death is what will make the masterpiece that is you finally complete. Death.
I'll make you pay. I'll make you pay.
With the very physics of a world warping as it collapses, Oma prepares to make you suffer for your interference. Go, Symphonic and Leonatar. Okay. Chaos Oma has dealt 25. Choose a move. Chomp, Earthquake. Leonatar has dealt 92. Select Chaos Oma has 90. Choose a Plague. Symphonic has dealt 99. Partner Vishkala has dealt 39. Okay. Select Chaos Oma has 79. Leonatar has 128 out of in status. Masked Mighty Herb 30. Select Symphonic has 155 out. Choose a mix. Partner Vishal has dealt 35. Focus. Select an action for Leonatar. Leonatar has 1 out of 179. In the state master. Symphonic has 1 out of 2. In state medical. Select the action status master. Sympart. Chaos Oma used Chaos Blast. Critical. Part Andromeda's. Leonatar has 91 out. Chaos Oma has 64. Choose a move. Earthquake, Earth, Physical, Effect. Leonatar. Select Symphonic has 123 out of 206 health. In the status, Master Herb, Mighty Herb, 29. Select Symphonic Leonatar. Leonatar has 91 out of 179 health. Focus. Partner Hour Strength, Defense. Symphonic Strength, Defense. Leonatar Strength, Defense. Magic. Select an action for Leonatar. In Sub-Arc Leo. Ghost Leonatar. Bamboustica. Ghost Leonatar. Arcana. Go. In Switch. Select Arc Leonatar. Ghost Leonatar. Bamboustica. Ghost Leonatar. Leonatar has 179 out of. Partner the attackment. Chaos. Chaos Oma has dealt 202 damage. Andromeda sent up. Leonatar. Arcana. Select an Arcana has 156 out of 100 in the status. Mighty Herb, 28. Mass Medic total cure, 13. In status, Medical Miracle. Leonatar has 139 out of 179 in status. Medical. Focus. Leonatar Strength, Defense. Arcana Strength, Defense. Partner Blade Operator Strength, Defense. Symphonic. Symphonic has 123. Leonatar. Chaos Oma. Chaos. Partner. Symphonic has. Leonatar has 100 in state total medical. Leonatar. In status. Medic. Partner Blade Operator has dealt 11 damage. Partner Blade and drop. Focus. Choose an Earth Charm. Earth. Select. Chaos Oma has 47. Choose a move. Plague. Partner Glimmerado has dealt 8 damage. Focus. Partner Glimmerado. Chaos Oma has 35. In state cat Andromeda. Your team was fully restored. Choose a move. Plague. Insect. Symphonic has dealt 96. Partner. Partner Glimmerado has dealt 50 damage. Partner Glimmer. Focus. Partner Glimmerado Strength. Defense. Leonatar Strength. Defense. Symphonic Strength. Defense. Magic. Leonatar's Defense. 35. Chaos Oma has 19. Select an act. Choose a move. Earthquake. In switch. Select Symphony Arcana. Select Cat. Ghost Leon. Chaos Oma has dealt 52. Choose free to touch. Choose a move. Select an act. Chaos Oma has 21. Choose an Earthquake. Okay. Gender Chaos Oma has 10%. Choose a move. Freeze. Select. Chaos Oma has 3%. Choose a move. Earthquake. Leonatar has done 95 damage to Foe. Symphonic gained 9,276. Symphonic has increased to level 65. Leonatar gained 9,270. Leonatar has increased to level 65. Health has increased by 2. Arctana gained 9,276. Arctana has increased to level 64. Health has Arctana now has 166 training points after gaining 7. Leonatar gained 9,270. Leonatar has increased to level 65. Health has increased by 2. Leonatar now has 18 training points after gaining 8 Ghost Leonatar gained 8,481 Bamboustica gained 9,276 experience. Bamboustica has increased to level 65. Health has obtained 2,040 gold. Andromeda stands alone in front of you, quivering in fear. It is as if she can see you. I am alone. But he said I won't be for long. Perhaps I can take that. But the darkness, not just the darkness that surrounds me, the darkness in his heart. I feel it, consuming him. And consuming me. This world of darkness, of evil. Why am I a part of it? Andromeda, I whispered, terrified. There was nothing. Darkness, I and Andromeda were the only real things. Everything else was emptiness. Do you hear me? Oma's voice echoed throughout the nothingness. Andromeda continued to crouch in terror. Can you hear me? The voice questioned anxiously. I hear you, Andromeda replied. Did you put me here? Has her mind gone? I asked myself. She seemed to have no recollection of anything. I don't want to be here, Andromeda sobbed. Her voice was becoming high-pitched and panicky. Get me out of here. No, I can't. You are not outside of this. You are only inside. What do you mean? Andromeda cried. Please, just wait, Oma's voice from long ago responded. I understood what was happening. The world was unwinding. Andromeda was the first thing Oma created, so she would, of course, be the last thing to be destroyed. You'll love it, Oma pleaded. I'm only doing what you told me to. I told you to, Andromeda said through a hiccup. She paused. I'm sure whatever I said, I didn't mean this, I'm scared. No, I've worked too hard, I've made too much progress to let you go, Oma's panicked voice echoed. Oma's tones shifted to one of pleading, begging. Just wait, it will be perfect, kingdoms, castles, servants, everything you want. It will be a heaven for you. She continued to cry and did not argue. You won't listen to me, your mind is made up, Andromeda whispered. You will love it here, Oma whispered. I promise. And then, just like that, she was gone. Andromeda was once again consigned to oblivion. I couldn't breathe. I tried to inhale, but there was no oxygen. Emptiness itself was seeming to collapse onto me, the air I still had in my lungs being forced out by a powerful force. It was how I would imagine being sucked into a black hole would feel. Gravity so strong that I fell to the ground, gasping the newly available oxygen. I was back in the Requiem gallery, and 2 shadows were looming above me. She's alive, Rena's relieved voice said. One of the shadows did indeed belong to Rena, the other belonged to, yes, you guessed correctly. Eshkim looked somewhat relieved, but not to the extent Rena did. I was worrying about you, so with Dad's help, we decided to infiltrate Oma's secret headquarters. Well, honestly there wasn't much to it. You seem to have already done all the hard stuff, Skiriel. When we got here, the computer was acting very weirdly. Sparking, smoke was pouring from it, and it made the most obscene noises. Then we heard your voice, Skiriel. They were coming from the machine. I was terrified. Dad and I used our Manamon to try and destroy the machine, and it looks like we maybe did it just in time. It was going to delete me, I said, still breathless. Delete you? She asked. I realized in that moment I had a lot of explaining to do. Guest room. View your party, Symphonid. Symphonid has 209 out of 209 health. Leonatar has 181 out of 181 health. Arctana has 71 out. Leonatar has 44 out of 7. All Manamon have been completely healed. Game save.